Yeah, it's obviously a lot goes into it. This is what you play for. This is what you train for in the summer, and then this is what you play for all year to have a chance at the Stanley Cup, and you just have to get in, and anything can happen. And we saw that years ago, and we've been on a good run here, and same time it's. Just can't be happy that we're in and playing Winnipeg. Winnipeg's obviously a good team, and it's going to present a good challenge for us. But, yeah, I don't think anyone gave us a chance, really, at the end of the day where we were. And I'm glad we kept it together and too many good pieces in this locker room to not to, get in the playoffs. And we felt if we played hard for one another, we can get the job done, and just took 82 games.
Can you put your finger on that you can see that enabled you to be standing here now talking about the playoffs? What really stood out to you?
I mean, there's a lot of things. I think I've talked about it all along, was just guys being selfless, playing hard for one another. Something we've been trying to do for a couple of years now. And I think when you start winning hockey games, you actually start getting more individual results, and guys feel better about themselves individually and about the team. And it's just a mindset that you have to come in and play for a team, and good things happen when you do that. So, obviously nice to be in, and some pressure relieved of how the past week's gone, and nice to seal it that way.
You've scored a lot of goals. Where does this one rank?
Number one. No, I mean, can't score with my stick, so I might as well score with my feet.
Was it an agonizing wait on the bench to have it confirmed, or
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. Obviously, there's a lot of calls in games with goals that might be in and might be not. I've been through it before, so it's nice that they called it a good goal.
Maybe one of the loudest roars of the crowd after they announced your name. What was that moment like?
It was cool. I got the chills a little bit, obviously. It's a special moment. It's so fun to be doing it with all these guys in this locker room, too.
What has this experience been for you, knowing that you're staying with Schenn and you're helping him as the captain get to the playoffs, and that connection?
It's kind of like a dream, honestly. Like being able to have him kind of as my idol right now, just looking up to him and seeing what he does as a player, because he's such a special person, but he's an even better hockey player. So to learn from him, it's been really lucky, and I'm really fortunate. It's been fun.
Monty said he actually expected you to score a little bit earlier. Did this feel kind of like a monkey off your back at all?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. There was definitely chances throughout the first 6 games that were there. Obviously, as a player, you want to score goals, and I'd say a little bit there. There was a monkey off the back for sure, so it was nice.
To clinch to playoff spot.
Oh, it feels really good. And I love the way we did it. We got back to who we are for 60 minutes. In the first 8 minutes, I knew we were going to win just by the way we were committed to playing north and playing at a goal line. I thought our forecheck was excellent, and we made them defend.
Could you have asked for a better? You talked this morning about getting off to a good start. Could you have asked for a better start?
No, but this is the way we were starting games when we played really well, right? There was a purpose, there was an intent. We got to our A game right away.
Jim, 8 points back in mid-February. How'd you do it?
Great leadership, led by our captain who scored the first goal tonight. I thought consistency by the staff and the players with our communication. And then I just thought that we grew so much culturally and in our team identity. And those two things, when our players started using words like togetherness, the words I used, those were their words I used this morning, selfless, sacrifice, love.
How's Thomas doing?
We just took him out for precautionary reasons. I think he's fine.
Jimmy, you lean so much on your veteran guys to obviously lead the way. But what about, and just tonight, and even in general, the contributions, Bolden, Snuggerud, the way he contributed tonight? What have they learned through this whole process?
Well, what they've learned is what it takes to win in this league, And it's such a great experience to understand the grind and the mental grind, more than the physical grind, that it takes to win battles, to win every foot of ice in this league that's the greatest league in the world, in big moments, and being able to come through in big moments. It only gives them this is going to give us years of good vibes because the experience and learning how to win, it's not easy, to find that in the league.
Jim, with Snuggerud specifically, what were your emotions when he got his first NHL goal?
Happy for him. Genuinely happy for him because he's had a lot of opportunities, and I'm actually surprised it took this long with the opportunities he's had because he knows how to score. And it also was a big goal at the moment just because the power play was pushing our lead.
And when you first got here, was this a moment you thought was realistically possible this year? Or when did you really start thinking this could happen?
I thought as soon as I coached the first game against the Rangers, I saw how much depth of talent was here. And I thought, if we can get to the right places in our habits and our game management, that we would be able to do this. But like I've said all along, it took longer than I expected.
A lot of people around the league have said the Blues are going to be a hard out in the playoffs. Why do you believe that to be the case?
Just because of our belief in the room and our commitment to playing the right way, all those things that we've talked about today. I mean, it's a real thing for us.
You talk about the culture and the identity that's sort of the growth that you've seen. What do you think it was that made it set in so much from the Four Nations or after the Four Nations?
One thing I think we did is we spent a lot of time together, more time than we were before. Even we didn't give maybe as many days off. We didn't go on the ice anymore, but we would come to the rink and we would be together. I think that helped the culture. I think it helped foster better communication by everybody involved, especially peer-to-peer in that room. And then I just think we have 5 guys who have won a cup here. We have a lot of other guys that have come from organizations here that are glue guys. And then you have young guys that have come here that all they know in the NHL is being a Blue. And being a Blue matters. And I think when you combine all that together, there's a lot of guys that take pride in representing this city.
Just had 5 minutes ago, but what are your early thoughts on Winnipeg?
Nah, I don't have any thoughts on Winnipeg right now. We had to stay in the moment. There's plenty of time. I don't think we play till Saturday, so there's plenty of time to get ready for Winnipeg.
12 games, 12 wins in a row at home ice. How important is that kind of momentum going into the playoffs?
Not really important. We wouldn't have been in the playoffs if we didn't do it. But I will say our crowd was fantastic. They were electric to start, like we thought they would be. And I think our players fed off it. I thought the first 8 minutes, I think they had one shot, and it was a dumping. We were really on our checking game and playing to our strengths.